Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to CodeBlaqueFacts. You guys know I love you and appreciate you. So I wanted to come to you guys really quickly and talk about this story that I saw of this 12-year-old little boy who dies from a fentanyl overdose after being forced to clean his uncle's drug lab without protection. You guys, this is heartbreaking. And, we really need to do better. And I say that because when it comes to children, children are all of our responsibility. Children are not just the responsibility of the school system or just the responsibility of, the laws and stuff like that created by the government. Children are all of our responsibility. And, for this young man's uncle, because this was his uncle, you guys, this was his blood. For him to even have a child around drugs is just, and when I think, you guys, I think of what's that movie? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. This is what I thought of. It took me back in time. And I remember when I first saw the movie, I didn't really grasp the concept of what they were showing us and what they were in so many ways promoting. um Let me see. I'm gonna show you the movie that I thought of. Not that one. Uh this right here. And let me see if I can even find the clip. Give me a second, guys. I want to see if I can find the clip so I can just give you a picture of what I thought of. um this man is supposed to protect this young man. This man is supposed to, you know, steer this young man clear of anything that could hinder his future. And it's like, why? Like and he's 30. He's a 35-year-old man. So let me play the intro, and I'm gonna come back with the story.
For tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody Blaque. I am betting on Blaque tonight.
Lovely. You look great.
Welcome to Code Black Facts, where we talk about all things Black, to include news and viral videos, mental health, self-love, self-care, self-development, Black women issues, crime stories, and Black history. If you are interested in any of these topics, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and don't forget to comment below. Thank you.
They say it's a black thing, run deep in the roots. Blacker the berry, baby, the sweeter the juice.
All right, so we're back. So we're gonna jump right into the story. And
investigators now say a 12-year-old Gloucester Township boy died at the hands of his uncle. They say 35-year-old Troy Noakes had been making fentanyl inside a Blackwood home when he told his nephew to clean drug paraphernalia containing the deadly drug. Police say he did so without gloves the weekend before his death.
It angers me, quite frankly. This 12-year-old who's just going to school is exposed to these drugs that a 12-year-old should not be exposed to.
We're told back on that following Monday, January 24th, the boy had been found unresponsive on a school bus. Investigators say students thought he was sleeping. A school nurse performed CPR until EMTs arrived. He was rushed to Children's Hospital in Philadelphia, where he died a week later.
When I hear stories like this, it's just disgusting and it's heartbreaking.
Tonight we talked to Jenny Volbrecht, who runs a social media group for families dealing with fentanyl tragedies. She lost her 18-year-old son last year when she says he unknowingly took a pill laced with fentanyl. She's bringing awareness to the drug's dangers.
It's the most deadly drug out there. It just takes like the point of a pencil to kill you as a lethal dose of fentanyl. It's everywhere. They're putting it into everything.
The superintendent of Gloucester Township Schools released a statement to us that read in part, I am profoundly saddened to learn that the recent death of a 12-year-old student was the result of a drug overdose. He went on to say, due to the ongoing nature of this investigation, I cannot comment further at this time. Doctors say fentanyl is 50 to 100 times more deadly than heroin.
To be put in the situation that the uncle put him in, I can't even fathom that we would ever put a family member in this position.
Noakes is facing several charges, including first-degree aggravated manslaughter. Aaron Baskerville.
All right, you guys. So, again, this story that I saw, it just broke my heart. It really did, because this could have been avoided. And so the woman that you guys see on the screen, apparently I think it's his girlfriend, and she was trying to help him cover up, some of the evidence, because again, this man was running a trap house, basically. A trap house is like a drug house where they either make drugs, or or people like that do drugs just hang out there or whatever. So he basically had a trap house, and he had his 12-year-old nephew cleaning up the drugs, like the drug, particles and stuff like that. And through him not having any gloves or anything on, and him touching the stuff, he was able to get an overdose. So that just goes to show how powerful that drug is, you guys. Fentanyl is very powerful. If you can just touch it and it seeps into your pores enough to like kill you. Like, he wasn't doing drugs. This little boy wasn't doing drugs. He was cleaning up the residue of it. And he died, you guys. He was rushed to the hospital, and he died like 8 days later or whatever. I'm gonna read some of the add that back. I'm gonna read some of the article. So it says, New Jersey man has been arrested accused of causing his 12-year-old nephew's overdose death by forcing him to clean up drug paraphernalia that contained fentanyl. Troy Noakes, 35, was hit with a slew of charges Monday, including first-degree aggravated manslaughter, endangering the welfare of a child in connection with the death of his nephew. The Camden County Prosecutor Office of Glacier Township Police announced in a news release. So we just went over the news thing. I thought maybe it would be some more. The child was found unresponsive on a bus January the 24th this year. And then he was hospitalized because of his the overdose. And February the 1st, his cause of death was ruled drug intoxication, specifically fentanyl, according to the Philadelphia Office of Medical Examiner's Office. And so it says that Noakes allegedly manufactured the drug the weekend before the child's death, and allegedly directed the child to clean it up, to directed the child to clean up the paraphernalia that contained fentanyl. Prosecutors said witnesses indicated that the boy was not wearing gloves at the time, the release stated. And so, yeah, you guys, I mean, this was just a heartbreaking story. And I wanted to shed some light on this, because as a community, like I said, the children are all of our responsibility. We really got to do better. This man shouldn't have never had that young boy around that trap house. Because just imagine, let's say the little boy didn't overdose. What type of of views do you think this little boy would grow up with? What would be his belief system? Because for me, I'm looking at it like this. The little boy would have had it bad either way. Obviously, you don't want to see a child die, especially with something like this, because it could have been avoided, right? And so, but again, the little boy grows up. What do you guys think he's going to grow up and look up to do? He's going to look up to his uncle selling drugs, The uncle, the whole thing. We seen it where the dude that sell drugs, he's got all the girls and he's got the money and the nice cars. And that is basically little boys that see that, they grow up and that's what they want to do. And instead of him keeping him away from that, you know what I'm saying? And keeping and directing him on the right path, what does he do? He probably teaching him how to make it, because if he got the little boy cleaning it up, what else did you think he had the little boy doing? If he had the little boy around it. So when we hear those stories of how those little babies have this kind of stuff in their system, now we know. Because some of these drugs, all you got to do is touch it. And this is a sad story, you guys. Heartbreaking. And I just wanted to shed some light on it. I think that the family, you guys just keep the family in your prayers. The mother has not come forward to speak or say anything about it. So I would be curious as to like what her thoughts are. I wonder if she even knew that the uncle had the little boy around the drugs like that, like if she had any recollection of anything like that. But again, you guys, heartbreaking. Just wanted to shed some light on it. You guys share your thoughts and views on it in the comment section. And until next time, we'll talk soon. Thoughts. What are your comments, if any? I would like to know them. Please put them down in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And again, if you are new to my channel, thank you. Welcome. I appreciate you. And come back, and you guys can like email me like any topics that you want me to cover, because sometimes it'd be hard to look for content. But on that note, I'm gonna be out. I hope you guys have a good night.